So this year's show, I'm back again for a second time, is Can't Help Falling brackets in Love. The brackets are because I fall over all the time anyway. So I'm doing a bit about, well, a show about two things that I know really well, falling over and falling in love, and being good at one and terrible at the other. It's probably quite easy to figure out which is which. So yeah, that's this year's show. It's just culled from my experiences over the last couple of years. I feel like I've done a lot of growing up in the last 4 or 5 years, so there's a fair bit going into the show from that.
Yeah, you guys have been wonderful. I just want to do a little bit of a plug for myself. If you're on Facebook, John Porter Comedy. I'm desperate for social interaction, so please do like it and talk to me, and I'll feel like I've got a friend. Enjoy the rest of your day. You've got some fucking wonderful acts coming up, and hopefully I did a good job for you too. Have a good day. See you later.
A bit of this on there, that's for you. Oh, he's been a right bastard since he got that job with the fucking DSA. Ladies and gentlemen, John Porter!
I've always had, in my head, I've always thought it would be nice to tour a show properly. I've done like multiple shows, but never really with a coherent thought to it. I'd love to tour it, yeah, if it works out. We'll see how it goes here, we'll see what I think of it after it's been performed. I'm pretty confident in the material, but you don't know what it's going to be like until you roll it out there, so to speak. I don't think it's going to happen this year, but we'll see. I'd like to go back and do something there, because I've always enjoyed doing Edinburgh. I've done Edinburgh twice, it's always been good fun. So yeah, and I mean that's the pinnacle, isn't it? That's what you're aiming for. So yeah, it would be nice to do that. I did tell a story about travelling, and I think it was mentioned, it gets alluded to in most sets that I do, about travelling to Bulgaria for a friend, as it turned out, a girl who I liked who was working there for the summer. It transpired that she was working there basically handing out flyers and trying to get people to come to clubs. If she'd gone to Edinburgh, it would have saved me a lot of money. But I went to Bulgaria and, well, I don't want to ruin the story fully, but we'll just say it didn't work out. So that was, I think that was probably where I started writing this kind of material, so it'd be interesting to see what else we could stem from that. I'm trying to think if there's been any others. I also auditioned for First Dates as well, which was on the back of my show last year, oddly enough, and it got a brief mention. Wasn't actually allowed to talk about it then. I think the fact that I've shared it with about 50 comedy audiences is probably what stopped me getting on television. But yeah, I auditioned for First Dates, and that was an experience. I stood out a bit in a land full of tattooed gym freaks. I kind of stuck out a little bit, so that didn't work out too well either. There's plenty in the show, and I think they've all got a little bit of a twist to them. I don't think you'll not come away from the show thinking, oh, he's got a type, or like you look at it and there's probably 4 or 5 different things that they've all gone wrong for completely different reasons. The only common denominator is me, and that's becoming more apparent as I write this show, that perhaps it's me that's got the problem, not the people I'm attempting to date. So we'll see. It might be a bit of a psychological evaluation, so if there's any amateur psychologists out there, you might want to come to the show.